Hey everybody, it's Heartless Spartan with another Monster High Toy Talk review. Today, I'm starting with the Skulltimate Secrets Garden Mystery set with Draculaura. Now, this one is going to take a bit longer than usual since this is the first time I'm unpacking one of these, and I try to figure out what goes where and what the extra functions of all the pieces are. So just a forewarning that I might be messing with all that stuff a bit. But I'll be reviewing the newer stuff, and then I'll get into my backlog of dolls I've yet to review. So let's get into this review. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. So, kind of out of the box, we get like this little spyglass key. Little skeleton key. It has a very nice kind of floral design on there. Now, you're supposed to look for clues. And I spent a few minutes using this thing to kind of look on the outside of this box thing. I don't think there's anything on there, but also the little paper packaging. I don't know if I'm just old and blind or I'm using the wrong kind of light, but honestly, I didn't pick anything up. Because if we look in the instructions that come with it, there's this on one side, kind of tells you what's in each of the little paper packets we get on the inside. How to plug the little knob into the elevator. But it doesn't give you any kind of specifics. It's just search for clues using a little skeleton key. I didn't see any kind of like blue patterns or anything that is kind of indicated on there. I don't know if they're really small or I'm not using the right light. Find the charms. It's just the little baggies of stuff. And assemble to reveal, and then you put your doll's outfit together. I mean, that's basically all that is. It's a neat little gimmick. It doesn't make the mess like the other Skulltimate Secrets, like the lockers did with the keys, with the washable stuff on the keys. But this was kind of neat. So if I actually just kind of pop that open, you get these little blind bags on the inside. I mean, all the sets come with the same things. But if we do that, I'm not quite seeing anything special on there. I spent a few minutes before the video kind of trying to do this, but I'm really not seeing anything pop up. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to do that again. So let's actually get our little baggies out. So kind of want to get everything out of the box first. We'll take a look at this sort of garden box / elevator thing. And then we'll open all of that up. So those can be, it's a little bit harder than expected. There we go. And Draculaura can ride this little elevator thing up. I'm going to have to turn it sideways because I don't want to move my camera. This you have to plug in, but it's not too hard to do. It turns upward so that we can go ahead and slide her out. I kind of already took the packaging part out of that. Set her back there for right now. This thing has a cool design. Lots of like spider webs and like sort of like gothic style floral design there. I kind of like the old fashioned like elevator lift design to that. Sort of like you'd see in like an old fancy kind of hotel. And I do like that when you pull this up, you can give it a little pressure and it kind of locks in place so it can't just slide back down on you. That's kind of nice, but at the same time, it only stops halfway and like only the half the doll is up out of the lift. Always like when they add skullets and everything. And then I kind of half expected these to be doors so you can set the doll in there and then have it lift out. Kind of like a playset elevator, but unfortunately these are just solid panels that don't open. So, to be honest, I'm not sure what to do with this other than it just being kind of a thing that looks nice. because it only stores big stuff in it. Otherwise, it'll fall through all these little cracks in the design there. I mean, it looks really cool. It looks ornate and pretty with all the flowers and plants and the little swirl designs and stuff on there. That looks cool. Got all these roses, a little skullet on the bottom. I mean, it looks cool. Not much, very matte design on the side there. You have a skullet and spider webs on the back. Kind of like a wrought iron fence look here, back here. It kind of looks cool, but I'm not too sure what to do with that after taking the doll out of it, to be honest. I'm sure some kids would find a nice way to play with it, but I'm not too sure what to do with it other than try to use it as like a playset elevator. But it only like stops, I don't know, 3/4 of the way. I think I'm actually supposed to find like little charms and plug them into there, maybe? I don't know. Let's actually start opening things up to take a look at what we get in this. Let's set Draculaura down so the camera stops trying to focus back there. Okay, so we get like a little cake thing. Oh, a little cupcake tray. Now I kind of wish that I opened all of this up beforehand. Okay, I'm going to end up making a whole pile of trash here. Alright. So that actually looks pretty cool. And I like the amount of paint and design they put into this. Even the cupcakes are different colors. I like that. That's really neat. And there's even a sculpted design on the bottom of that too. Can I get some more light here? There we go. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. Oh. So the set of cupcakes even pops off too. There's like little pegs. Unfortunately, they're not like individual cupcakes, but that's still pretty neat. What else do we get in here? Okay, we get a stick. Okay. Maybe I'll find out what to do with that in a little bit. Little vampire lips sticking out of a flower here. Looks like that clips onto something. Alright, let's keep opening things up. I feel like I'm missing the kind of point here. Alright. Dump that over there. Oh. Alright, looks like we might be making something here. Interesting. Set that stuff together over there. Oh, this is cool. It's like a little teacup with like these tentacles sticking out of it. That is awesome. Do these pop out? No. Okay, that's in there. But that looks cool. I like that. There's like little hearts on it too, and one of the tentacles makes a little heart there. Has that cool design on there too. Little bat wing for a handle. Little spider web tray. That's awesome. I like that. Oh. You get part of a stand here. Interesting. A couple of little clothing hangers. The little skullets on the fronts. Very nice. Let's open the next one. Oh, getting some outfit stuff in here. Make sure there's nothing stuck in the bottom. Okay. I mean, honestly, is there anything? It's bothering me that I haven't found anything. Like, it's really weird. It's like, was I supposed to? I'm trying not to spend too much time playing around with the little lens, but I don't know. Alright. So what else did we get here? Ooh. So we got like a little, it's a little top here, like a little corset almost. Maybe it is a corset. But, it's a little, fabric design on the front there. It's just a little bit shiny. It's going to go on and get held on by the Velcro. Alright, we'll have to check that out during the montage. Oh, okay, so that might go over this. Or is this sheer? No, this is sheer. So what is this going to go over? Corset, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to try some different variations. Oh, that's interesting. It has like spider webs and stuff on it. Big red bow. Well, this is the first time they've given us this material. And that color red that they picked is really nice. That's a very cute skirt. Little soft fabric there. That's going to look good on her. And what have we got here? Have a pair of pink boots. Bat wings and spider webs on the heels. Got a little bit of sort of a matching design with that. Not too much. It's got the hearts in there. Got some bows. Not sure if that's supposed to spell out a D down there or not. These are some kind of cute boots. We'll have to see how she looks wearing those. Alright, one more baggie. Not a fine... I'm honestly not a fan of the blind bag stuff. To me, it always just kind of makes a lot of unnecessary trash. Alright, so make sure you get everything out of there because those two earrings were just kind of loose in there. Okay, so we got a couple of translucent earrings, which is the first I've seen of those. That's kind of neat. Oh, there's like a little sculpted Draculaura in the middle of them, like a portrait. That's really cool, where she's like wearing that big black hat of hers. That is really cool. Alright. I have not seen them make anything like that yet. That's cool. Alright, what do we got here? Alright. That looks a little bit familiar. We've got this here. Is that going to go over that, I wonder? Like that? That's kind of cool. But then that covers that up. So then what do we do with this? Does that go in like... Yep, like that. So then what is this thing supposed to be? Oh, okay, it goes into the lift. So then what do I do with this? I'll figure that out in a moment. What else have we got in here? Ooh, that's a cool case. Handbag, purse thing. Alright, so that looks like a little loose keychain on there, but it's not. It's actually sculpted onto there. It's just painted very nicely. Have some little cute bats on there. There's even like a little keyhole sculpted into there too. Oh, it's a lock. Jeez, yeah, that took me a moment. I like the little fabric sculpting on the back. That's neat. Opens that up. Got that fabric sculpting on the inside again. It's a nice little bag. Cool. Okay, I think I got this stuff figured out now. All right. So what I want to do is I'll do this first. I'll unlock this. And I'll show you guys what the stick thing was for. So the stick thing, this, is supposed to go into this little slot on the inside. And it just kind of pops right into there. And it makes a little bar in there so that you can hang stuff in there like a little closet. And then there's like a little shelf and then whatever you want to stick down in below there. So that's what that turned out to be for. This thing, which is a little ornate sort of lever, this actually plugs into the lift on the inside. There's a little slot in there. See if I can't get the camera on that. There's that little slot down there in the middle at the bottom. So I'm actually going to plug the end of that into there. And what that does is you can grab that, slide it up, and it's going to push your lift out. So that's actually what that thing is for. And it actually kind of looks cool on there too. I like that. So let's pull that back down. And then this, the little stand piece, it's got the little heart-shaped thing. So earlier I was wondering like what goes in here. It allows you to just kind of pop that into any one of those little heart-shaped slots on there, depending on the height of which doll you're putting on there. And it lets you just kind of let's pop that on a Draculaura real quick. Push your hair off to the side so we don't get it caught in there. Even though Draculaura is just a little short, the way I put it around her waist, maybe it can go under her shoulders, but she's kind of floating just a little bit off the ground there. But you can stand the doll up on there and it'll hold it. Hey, I actually figured out what those things do. Alright. So now that we looked at the extra accessories, we looked at the little lift thing and the closets. Actually, I'm curious, is there another space for a bar on the other side? No, there's not. They don't have one in there for it. Okay. Just the one side. Let's actually take a look at the Draculaura we get with this. And there's nothing hidden on her, is there? No. That would have been kind of cool. As if there was actually some sort of like special paint on the doll that if you look at it through a lens or like any like black light or something that it would show up differently. That would have been cool. But unfortunately not. An idea for the future. Okay. Let's take a look at Draculaura. So she's a little bit different this time. She's got some interesting makeup. Normally, I don't like the extra makeup, but I like that it's this rose pattern on there. Well, not really a pattern, but a print with little petals falling, and they kind of fade into a little bit of a gradient, just a little bit. But that looks really cool. I like that. And then the orange to the dark in that, and then she's got just a little bit of like this shiny white or silver. That's just a hint of that. That kind of glistens just under her eyebrows. Of course, she's got the little hearts in her eyes too. But yeah, I actually like that they added that. That actually looks really cool. Of course, she's got her little fangs sticking out above her, out of her red lips there. Regular vampire ears. I will say that the hair that she has coming out of this box looks amazing. Like, there is no box hair going on here whatsoever other than maybe, like, the crease from the packaging. But that looks nice. Compared to the last Draculaura doll I pulled up. Her hair got a little crazy trying to do that review for the car. But this looks awesome, the shades of red that they gave us. It stayed super nice in the package. She also has this sort of belt on here. It's like a malleable rubber. This little bend. It had a rubber band wrapped around it. It's an interesting design. That's something new I haven't seen yet. And her dress is very cute. It's a little bit stretchy, so it wants to kind of slide a little bit. But it has lots of these little pink roses on there that look really nice. It's actually a very beautiful dress. All of these little bats on here. I actually really like that dress. And I like that they gave us the fabric black straps instead of like the clear rubber ones. So those aren't going to rot on us. These I thought were kind of odd. I think they needed to be longer or actual socks. I think they actually need to start giving us like the socks, because I think these are shorter than they needed to be. They needed to be longer. And they just kind of slide up on her, but then if you try to slide them down, they scrunch up and they don't look right. Because when I took her out of the box, they were like up here. I'm like, I don't think that's how that's supposed to go. I think they're supposed to stretch down, but they just want to slide up. And because they're not the socks, we end up with like the ankle down there, and it doesn't look right. But I like that. I can't quite tell if they're supposed to be spiders or skulls on the fishnets there. Like, I like the idea of it, but they kind of cheaped out just a little bit on that instead of giving us the socks, so then they just ended up kind of funky. Alright, these are kind of neat. I don't know if we got a pair of kind of boots like this for Draculaura before. They look kind of familiar. I feel like I just reviewed this. Anyways, yeah, we got the spiderweb designs on there. Around the platform. Got a little heart punch through the heel there. Almost looks like the kind of Gothic chapel shape there, too. With the arch. That looks cool. Then on the bottom... Oh, does this have that portrait, too? Oh, it's so hard to tell. Yeah, I think that has the little portrait sculpted into the bottom there. It's really hard to tell. Yep, there it is. Huh. I wonder what that's all about. Pretty cool, though. Little bat wing on the side. So, I mean, we do get a very cute doll. Very nice hair. I really appreciate the rose makeup they gave her here. And then her dress is really cute. And kind of another one of my favorite things out of the set is the skirt. And these little portrait earrings. Along with our little octopus teacup. So I'll get this stuff together and we'll check this out in a montage. This set turned out a bit more interesting than I initially thought. After I got the lift set up as a closet that doubles as a stand for the doll, it does look really cute. I do, however, feel that some of the packaging for this created an unnecessary amount of trash, and I could not figure out the hidden markings with the spyglass. However, the doll and accessories that came with the set are really nice. The dress Draculaura came with out of the box was very pretty, but the alternate outfit turned out just beautiful. I really liked the way she looked. I always appreciate when the dolls come out of the box with nice hair, so that was a win this round. Draculaura's rose makeup was very pretty, and I liked that it actually had an action taking place, like the petals falling, without going overboard on her makeup. So it turned out very unique and charming rather than ridiculous. Overall, I'm surprised by how much I came to like this set, both how wonderful Draculaura looks and the cool accessories. I'm a fan of that monstrous cup of tea. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It certainly motivates me to keep going and get back into the swing of putting videos out regularly again. Leave a comment too. Do you like the extra playset type pieces like the lockers or the lift closets from the Skulltimate Secrets line, or is it extra stuff that piles up on the side? This has been Heartless Spartan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.